because anything that comes after the word am is attachment and a desire of ownership or identification with. And in the yoga sadhana or journey, the goal is to become a little more of the witness and the observer to everything. Like I'm observing everything. That practice alone, I mean, there's been some things that's kind of happened in the past couple of days that, I'm very grateful for being introduced to that, because like, emotionally, the things that happen in our life can just send us on these roller coaster rides that like we experience these like highs of joy and happiness, and then something will happen and we're down in the pits of despair. And it could be anything from like, illness of a loved one or family member to, the idea that you get a new job and, oh my God, I'm so happy about the new job. And then you get to the new job and you realize that it sucks. And then you're down here and it's just like this, and our minds are like that. We're like on this roller coaster ride. And by becoming the observer, by staying in the present moment and removing yourself a bit from what is happening, it doesn't mean that you're creating an apathetic attitude. You're not apathetic to it. Your goal is to take action, but then to take action with equanimity of the mind. That there's a kind of even keel, and that's what makes the yoga sadhana a sadhana and not a practice, right? That no longer, because even practice, I'm attached to what I'm practicing. Like if I'm practicing to become a violin player, I identify as a violin player. But then you could actually even ask yourself, is it my place to say that I'm a yogi? Right? I mean, can I really say that? Or is that another attachment, that I'm falsely identifying with? Because that would mean that I've reached a certain state of awareness and consciousness that I can even give myself that title. And the beauty of like this idea of stepping away from everything and just observing is you really don't know where you are on the sadhana path. You don't know if you're at the beginning, the middle, or the end of it. You have no idea. And so therefore you're just observing like the process of going through it and noticing the changes in your own mental state, emotional state, and spiritual state. You're noticing the changes, but you don't know when those changes have fully come to fruition. Like that's beautiful, right? It means that you're always growing and you're always changing, and that nothing ever you never become jaded about anything. And that's, I think, as you get older, about to turn 60, it's very easy to become jaded about life. And when you're jaded, you're stuck. You're in a rut. 3 ohms. That's all you have to do. Soham. Continue. Soham. 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 Twice more. Soham. Just keeping the eyes closed for a second and allowing that mantra to resonate within you, the idea of, I just am. There's nothing before that. There's nothing after that. Inhale deeply, fill up the lungs completely. Feel how expansive you are. Exhale everything out all the way to the bottom. Still feel how expansive you are. Inhale halfway to a comfortable level. Start with a round of Kapalabhati, making short exhales on my claps. The inhales are happening, but they're passive. You're giving more than you're used to receiving, and you're waking up dormant energy at the base of the spine called Kundalini Shakti. Start to slow down the exhales. Exhale everything out all the way to the bottom. Engage in Mula Bandha. Lift up at the pelvic floor. Keep that lift. Then connect to the Ujjayi Pranayama, upward victorious breath. Even inhales and exhales. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Inhale, open the eyes. Come onto the hands and knees. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders and knees underneath the hips. And then let's just start with a little few rounds of cat-cow. So on the inhale, allow the abdomen to drop. Lift the chin away from the chest, cow. And then on the exhale, bring the chin into the chest, around the upper back. Bring the navel in toward the spine, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Good. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, come to a neutral spine. Lift the left arm up into the air toward the ceiling. And then thread the left arm underneath the right. Bring the left shoulder to the floor, the left ear to the floor, looking over to the right. If you want to, you can bring your right hand behind you, or you can stay with the right hand on the floor. Thread the needle. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. If you're in the half bind, lift the right arm up, place the right hand down. Press into the right hand. On the inhale, lift the left arm up into the air to the left side. Then exhale, place the left hand down. Good. Inhale, lift the right arm up to the right side. And then exhale, bring the right arm underneath the left arm. Bring the right ear, the right shoulder to the earth. If you did so on the other side, bring the left hand behind you and half bind. Stay there. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. If you're in the half bind, on the inhale, lift the left arm up into the air. Exhale, place the left hand down. Inhale, lift the right arm up to the right, opening up the chest. And then exhale, place the right hand on the earth. Tuck the toes under, push the seat back to the heels, reaching the arms forward. Arms are incredibly active. Press into the hands, lift the knees up, coming into a downward dog. Good for you. On the inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, the knees, the chest, the chin to the earth. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck the toes under, push the seat back onto the heels, then lift the knees up, downward facing dog. If you don't want to assist today, raise a leg and down dog split. If you don't want lotions, raise a leg and down dog split. Thank you. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, 10. On the inhale, come forward to a plank. And exhale the knees, the chest, the chin to the earth. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck the toes under, seat back to heels, lift knees up, downward facing dog. Soften the knees, slowly walk the feet toward the hands. Keep the feet about hips width distance apart. Hands about 6 to 8 inches in front of the feet. Pressing the palms down. Blocks are helpful. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, 10. Soften the knees. Step the feet out as wide as the mat. Come down to a squat. Bring the hands together in prayer. Press out with the forearm, squeezing in with the knees. Yogi squat. And here, just think about squatting is so important. Exhale, 1. It's actually one of the things that you have to be able to do to be mobile. Exhale, 2. So squatting, don't just think of this as just a squat. Think of this as something you should do daily. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, 10. Then place the hands on the floor. Lift the hips up. Heel toe the feet together. Soften the knees. Roll one vertebrae at a time up to a standing position. Feeling earth energy moving up the front of the body, heavenly energy moving down the back of the body. Bring the chin into the chest. Take the hands behind the back. Clasp the hands together into a fist. Then keep the chin and chest connected, but lift the arms away from the back. And so as you do that, the more you bring your chin into your chest, the higher you can lift your arms. And what you're really trying to do is stretch the front of the shoulder. Exhale, 1. That's the target area. That little kind of capsule right in the front that gets tight because you use a computer all the time. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, lower the arms, release the hands. On the inhale, lift the arms up alongside the ears. Interlace the hands together into a single fist. And then exhale, side bend over to the left. Your right hip can overshoot your right knee. Okay, so you can move the right hip to the right. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Then they'll come upright. And exhale, side bend over to the right. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, lift back up to center. And exhale, hands by the side to Dasana, mountain seat. Bring the hands together in undulating mudra. Set a higher intention for the practice today. maybe finding that ability to observe without attachment. So focus on the breath today. Make sure that you're breathing instead of stop breathing at times and kind of start again. Make sure that Mula Bandha is engaged. These are just simple ways to start the process of abhyasa, becoming the observer of the details. And vairagyabhyam, non-attachment to what's going on. Exhale, hands by the side to Dasana, mountain seat. With straight legs, inhale, hook thumbs, reach up and arch back. Exhale, bend the knees, fold forward, take arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist straighten. Inhale, bend knees, hands down next to feet, step right foot back into a long lunge. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to a plank. Anna, you're missing out. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, the knees, the chest, the chin to the earth. Inhale, slide forward, cobra. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat to heels. Lift knees up, downward facing dog. On the inhale, lightly stepping right foot forward. Exhale, left foot meets the right, fold over the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs, and arch back. Exhale, bend knees, take arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist straighten. Inhale, bend knees, hands down next to feet, left foot back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, coming forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, cobra. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat back onto heels, lifting knees up, downward dog. Inhale, left foot steps forward. Exhale, right foot meets left and fold over legs. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs, arch back. Exhale, hands by the side to Dasana, mountain seat. Let's do that again. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach up and arch back. Exhale, bend knees, take arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist straighten. Inhale, bend knees, hands down next to feet, step right foot all the way back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, coming forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. On the inhale, come forward to plank. And exhale, the knees, the chest, the chin. Inhale, slide forward, cobra. Don't rush. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat back to heels, downward dog. On the inhale, right foot steps forward. Exhale, left foot meets the right, folding over legs. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs, arch back. Exhale, bend the knees, take arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist straighten. Inhale, bend knees, hands down next to feet, left foot steps back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, coming forward to plank, don't rush. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, coming forward to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, slide forward, bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat back to heels, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot steps forward. Exhale, right foot meeting left and fold over legs. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs and arch back. Exhale, hands by the side to Dasana, mountain seat. Let's do that one more time, but I'm going to add on to it. On the inhale, hook thumbs, reach up and arch back. Exhale, bend the knees, take arms behind back, clasp hands together to fist straighten. Inhale, bend knees, hands down next to feet, step right foot back. Exhale, dropping to the right knee. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach up and arch back, crescent moon. Exhale, hands down to the earth, step back to a downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward into cobra. Stay in cobra. Inhale, lift the hands off the floor. Exhale, one. Inhale. Exhale, press the toes down. Inhale. Exhale, two. Inhale. Exhale, three. Inhale. Exhale, four. Inhale. Exhale, place the hands on the earth, tuck the toes under, push seat to heels, lift that knees up, downward facing dog. On the inhale, step right foot forward. Exhale, drop to the left knee. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach up and arch back. Exhale, hands down to the earth, step right foot, left of the foot next to right, and fold over the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, bend the knees, hook the thumbs, stand up, straighten the legs, and arch back. Exhale, bend the knees, take arms behind back, clasp hands together to fish straighten. Inhale, bend the knees, hands down next to feet, left foot steps back. Exhale, drop to the left knee. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach up and arch back. Exhale, hands down to the earth, stepping back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, slide forward, cobra, stay. Inhale, lift the hands off the floor. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, place hands on earth, tuck toes under, downward facing dog. On the inhale, left foot steps forward. Exhale, dropping to right knee. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach up, arch back. Exhale, hands down to earth, step right next to left, fold over legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs, arch back. Exhale, hands by the side, Tadasana, mountain seat, good for you. On the inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana, awkward seat. Exhale, playing the hands together in prayer, twist over to the right. Bring the left elbow on the outside of the right thigh, awkward twist. Inhale, try to lift the sternum to meet the thumbs. Exhale, 1, instead of the thumbs to meet the armpits. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, come back to center, Utkatasana. Exhale, come, stand up, Tadasana. On the inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana. Exhale, bring the hands together in center of the chest, twist to the left. Right arm on the outside of the right thigh. And keep the knees and the feet together. Exhale, 1. Be aware what the feet are doing. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Anna, bring your knees together. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, come back to center, Utkatasana. So come stand up, Tadasana. On the inhale, bend the left knee into the chest. Give the left knee a little hug with both hands. Then exhale, open up the left knee. Place the left foot on the inside of the right thigh. Then bring the hands together at the center of the chest, an undulating mudra. Then extend the arms up toward the sky, reaching up. Then allow the left arm to come down onto the left thigh. The left palm can face down and the left elbow can bend a little bit, bringing the elbow in the hip crease. Then inhale, lift the right arm up alongside the right ear. And then exhale, side bend over to the left, stretching the right, bending tree. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, lift the torso up. Bring the prayer hand overhead. Exhale, bring the prayer hand to heart center. Inhale, bring the left knee forward. Give it a good hug. And then exhale, place the left foot next to the right, Tadasana, mountain seat. Balancing asanas are terrific sadhana practices. Why? Because you really do have to become the witness to them. On the inhale, bend the right knee into the chest. Give the right knee a little hug. Find the balance on the left foot. Then open up the right knee. Place the right foot on the inside of the left thigh or on the left calf. Both are great. Bring the hands together in undulating mudra. Find the center. On the inhale, lift the arms up toward the sky. Then open up the arms. Allow the right forearm to float down on the right thigh. Right palm can face downward or upward, but downward you can bend the elbow a little bit. Then start to lift the left arm up alongside the left ear and exhale, side bend right. Stretching the left. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Balancing. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, lift the shoulders up, bring the prayer hand overhead. Exhale, bring the prayer hand to heart center. Inhale, bring the right knee forward. Give it a good hug with both hands. And then exhale, place the right foot next to the left to Dasana, seat of the mountain. On the inhale, bring the hands together in undulating mudra. Extend the arms up toward the sky, Urdhva. Exhale, fold over straight legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Adva Uttanasana. Exhale, step or jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, step right foot forward, turn left heel down, 45-degree angle left foot. Come up, warrior 1, and stay. Exhale, pull right hip back. Inhale. Exhale, energetically, left hip moves forward. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, extend the right leg. Exhale, bend the right knee. Inhale, hands down to the earth, stepping back to a plank. Exhale, bend the elbows 2 inches, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward. Right foot turns down, 45-degree angle. Come on up into warrior 1 and stay. Exhale, 1. So Anna, notice that back foot's turning out, and so is your right hip. Exhale, 2. So 45-degree is about like that. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. That's better. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, extend the left leg. Exhale, bend the left knee. Inhale, hands down to the earth, step back to a plank. Exhale, bend the elbows, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, step right foot forward, left heel down, rise up, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, opening arms and hips, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, extending right leg. Exhale, reaching to the right. Place right hand on right shin, left arm lifts up, triangle trikonasana. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale, even smooth breaths. Exhale, 5. Inhale, lifting all the way up to stand. Exhale, bend the right knee, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, extend the right leg 1 breath. Exhale, bend the right knee. Inhale, hands down to the earth, step back to a plank. Exhale, lower Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, good for you. On the inhale, left foot forward, right foot 45-degree angle, come up, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, opening arms and hips, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, extending left leg. Exhale, reaching to left, left hand on left shin. Inhale, right arm reaches up, Trikonasana. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, lift all the way up to stand. Exhale, bend the left knee, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, extend the left leg 1 breath. Exhale, bend the left knee. Inhale, hands down to the earth, stepping back to a plank. Exhale, bend the elbows, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, step the right foot forward in between the hands. Exhale, drop to the left knee. Inhale, lift the torso up, arms alongside ears like a lunge. Exhale, bring the hands together in prayer at the center of the chest. Now do a deeper twist over to the right. Left arm on the outside of the right thigh. Before you lift the left knee up, lift your sternum up to meet your thumbs, so your thumbs are not in your right armpit, but they're still in the middle of your chest where you started. Then lift the left knee up, extending the left leg. Good for you. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Then I'll come back to center. Place the hands on the floor, frame the right foot. Then exhale, extend the right leg and move the back foot forward about halfway. Feet are going to be grounded. You're going to have both heels connected. Inhale, lift the head and chest, pull the right hip back. And then exhale, fold forward over the extended right leg. Purvottanasana. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, lift the head and chest. Exhale, bend the right knee. Put weight into the right foot. On the inhale, lift the left foot off the floor, extending the right leg. Coming into standing split. Then exhale, fold over your right leg. You can walk the hands back so fingers are in line with toes. Now, you can point your left toes away from you, press into your palms, and lift the left leg even higher. Exhale, 1. So the more you press down into the earth, the more you'll lift out of it. Exhale, 2, the higher you'll go. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, lift the head and chest, bend left knee, open and externally rotate the left leg, really opening up the hip. Yep. And then exhale, bring the left knee to the outside of the right foot and sit down. Adva Matsyendrasana, like a curtsy. On the inhale, lift the left arm up alongside the left ear. Then exhale, twist over to the right. Bring the right hand behind you, looking over the right shoulder. And breathe. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Then inhale, come back to center line. And exhale, counter twist. Inhale, come center, and let's set up for everybody's favorite, Agni Stambhasana. Move the left shin forward. Open up the right knee. Right foot off left knee. Left ankle underneath right knee. Dorsiflex the feet. Today, everybody take both hands over to the right. Right side of your mat. Both of your hands over to the right side of your mat. Lean into that right hip. Oh, don't be attached. Then walk your hands toward the windows and fold over your shins. Your right knee will go down a little bit when you put a little weight in the hip. It will. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Good. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now, and then inhale, lift the head and chest. Now, a little Gomukhasana. So lift the hips up and squeeze the thighs together, bringing the right knee on top of the left. The heels of the feet are going to be on the outside of the hips. So you're squeezing your legs together. If you need to, you can stand on a block for this. And then you're just going to like sit down in between your heels. Yep. Now, grab the big toes in yogi toe lock, holding onto the big toes. Then lift the chin and the chest up a little bit, and exhale, fold forward. Bring the chin in front of the right knee, making the face of a cow. Inhale. Good. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. Inhale. Lift your head and chest. Release the toes. If you're sitting on a block, you're going to move the block out from underneath the seat. Okay? Bring the hands in front of you about 6 inches maybe. Lift your hips or lift your butt. Then slide your left leg back toward the mirrors, coming into a pigeon on the right. Yeah, you just move that left leg back. Right leg stays bent, right leg comes to the floor. Lift the head and chest, pull right hip back, and exhale, fold forward over the right leg. Kapot asana. And forward fold pigeon. Now, listen, people do forward fold pigeons all the time. One, they're more intense for some people than a lot of people like to think. They think this is an easy asana. It's not. But then if it's easy for you, it can easily become dead pigeon, meaning nothing's going on. So with the hands, kind of push the floor away from you with the left hand and kind of pull the floor toward you with the right hand. That's going to cause you to pull the right hip back toward the mirrors. And it's going to get that same dynamic that's happening kind of in ankle to knee. But if you just kind of lay there, and if this is easy for you, just flop into it. It's too easy to flop into it. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now, a little quadricep opener on the left side. Lift the head and chest, walk the hands back. So the shoulders are over the hips. This is not a full Raja Kapot asana. We just are targeting the front of the left leg and the hip flexor and the psoas of the left side. Bend the left knee, reach back with the left hand, hold on to the inside of the left foot. And then you can draw your left heel a little closer to the hip, and you'll feel a little opening in the front of the left leg and in the lower abdomen of the left side maybe. Exhale, 1. That's your target area. Exhale, 2. This is great before you go into back bends. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Just gently release the left foot. Place the hand down. Tuck the left toes under. Press into the hands, lift the hips, step back to a downward dog. On the inhale, step the left foot forward in between the hands. Exhale, dropping to the right knee for a second. Lift the torso up, arms alongside the ears like a lunge. Then bring the hands together in the center of the chest. Twist over to the left. The right arm comes on the outside of the left thigh. Tendency, you're going to bring your thumbs up to your left armpit. Rotate your sternum and bring your sternum back, the center of the thumbs into the center of the chest, okay? Then lift the right knee up. Exhale, 1. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Anna, notice how your arms are up here. They want to be right here where you started. Exhale, 3. Little details. You work for Armani. You should know about details. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. On your inhale, come back to center. Put your hands on the floor. Frame the left foot. Stay steady. Extend the left leg. Move the right foot forward about halfway. Then lift the head and chest. Pull the left hip back. And exhale, fold over the leg. Inhale. Exhale, 1 little hamstring. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, lift the head and chest. Exhale, bend the left knee. Put more weight into the left foot. Inhale, lift the right foot off the floor. Straightening the left leg. Then exhale, fold over your left leg. As you fold over your left leg, walk the hands back, fingers in line with toes. Point the right toes away from you in a plantar flex. Press into the hands and lift the right foot higher. Exhale, 1. Inhale, good. So a little external rotation after all those closed hips. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, lift the head and chest. Bend the right knee. Open the right hip even more to the right side. External rotation fully. Then exhale, bring the right knee to the outside of the left foot and sit down like a curtsy. Then lift the right arm up and then twist over to the left this time. Look over the left shoulder. Good. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. Inhale, come back to the center. Then exhale, counter rotate. Then inhale, come back to center. Move the right shin forward. Open up the left knee. Left knee on right ankle. Left ankle on right knee. And then let's do the same thing. Everybody lean a little bit over into the left side of the room. Put both hands over here. Then put a little weight in the left hip. Then walk the hands back around toward the windows. You'll see the left knee go down a little bit there. Left hip will open up a little bit. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Excellent. And then inhale, lift the head and chest. Lift the hips. Squeeze the legs together. Left knee on top of right. You're going to sit down in between your ankles. If you used a block for this the last time, use a block, whatever props you need. Usually, sometimes the left and the right can be very different from each other. One hip could be much tighter. Actually, what you're targeting here is the abductors, the outer thighs, okay? Then grab the big toes in yogi toe lock, lift the head and chest, and exhale, fold forward. It's good to, it is kind of good to start to kind of know the areas that you're targeting in asana. Exhale, 1, that you're looking to engage. Exhale, 2, inhale. Exhale, 3, inhale. Exhale, 4, inhale. And exhale, 5. Good. And then inhale, lift the head and chest, release the toes. If you have a block underneath the seat, move the block, take the hands in front of you, lift the hips up a little bit. Now this is just so easy. Slide your right leg back toward the mirrors so that you're on the left leg. Yeah, coming into a pigeon on the left side. Then take a moment, pull the left hip back, the right hip forward, and then exhale, fold forward in a forward fold Kapot Asana. And like I said, if this is easy for you, some people may be going, oh my God, I'm dying. Other people may just go, oh, I love pigeon. It's so easy. I love this. It's so relaxing. If it's too relaxing, push the floor away with your right hand. Pull the floorboards towards you with the left hand, and that will pull the left hip crease back, and you will get more intensity in the piriformis in the left side. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. And inhale, lift the head and chest. Walk the hands back. Bend the right knee. Take the right hand. Hold on to the inside of the right foot. And then just gently bring the right heel toward the right hip and target area. Quadricep, psoas, hip flexor in the right side. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, gently release the right foot. Place the hands down. Step back to a downward facing dog. Good for you. On the inhale, come forward to a plank. And exhale the knees, the chest, the chin to the floor. Inhale, slide forward, cobra. Exhale, come down and bring the forehead to the earth. Dhanurasana, seat of the bow. So it's a little bit like we did when we did that bend the knee and grab the ankle, right? But now you're going to kick the foot into the hands. Bend the knees, grab the ankles, okay? Once you have a hold of the ankles, kick the feet into the hands, lifting the knees as high as the shoulders. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Dhanurasana. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, come down. Relax. Rock out the hips. Now, this one, we're going to make a transition from Dhanurasana into locust. So bend the knees and place the hands on the soles of the feet like you're giving yourself a high five. Yep. Then without forward rotation of the shoulders, grab the inside of the ankles. So the eye of the elbows are facing the outer walls. Then kick the feet into the hands and lift up. Exhale, 1. Yeah. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Now listen, exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, release the ankles and shoot the legs back toward the mirror. Shalabhasana, locust. Stay. Bring the legs together. Exhale, 1. Yeah. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, come down and relax. Bring the left arm alongside the left ear. Roll over onto the back. Now from here, take a block and put the block on the lowest setting underneath the sacrum. You don't want to be a higher setting for this one. And then take another block and put that between your hands. So block underneath the sacrum, lowest setting. There you go. Did you have a cup of coffee this morning? You should have 2. Okay. Now straighten your legs out. I would go for a double. Yeah, no, I know. I should have a TV show. Okay. Then take the block in the hands with on the long setting. And then what you're going to do is imagine the energy shooting from your navel down and navel up. Stretch your legs toward the mirrors. Bring the arms alongside your ears and reach the block toward the windows without laying the block on the floor. So that you just feel the stretching that's happening. It's almost like a handstand, right? This is the same energy you need for a handstand. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. But notice also the chest opening and under the armpit opening here. Exhale, 3. This is the energy you need for upper bow. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. Then bring the block back up and over. And then bend the knees and lift the hips up. Take the block out from underneath the sacrum. Yeah. Now, take 2 blocks, okay, and put the 2 blocks together on the highest setting. So they're like double towers, and then lift the hips up, and then put the blocks underneath the sacrum. Now, I like double blocks for this because it's more stable than a single block, okay? You can do this with a single, but you have to really find a lot more balance. Okay. Now, grab the edges of the yoga mat. Hold on to the yoga mat, because the yoga mat's going to give you a little balance. Bring your feet together and then walk your feet toward the mirrors. Now, as you extend your knees, there's going to be an external rotation of the thighs, and the baby toes are going to want to come toward the floor, and your big toes are going to want to move away from each other. So legs are extended. Legs are straight now, okay? So feet are on the ground, and your feet are like this, kind of opening up. Yep. Now, with the feet like that, place your hands next to the head with your fingers toward the ceiling. Puff up your chest and come onto the crown of the head, the top, still keeping your legs extended, okay? Yeah. Now, cross your arms over your chest like King Tutankhamun. This is closer to a Setu Bandha Asana than what we call Setu Bandha Asana, with your hands underneath your back. This is what a Setu Bandha Asana feels like without those blocks underneath you. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Uncross the arms. Place the hands next to the head. Lift your chest and your head off the ground. Put the back of your head on the ground. Then grab the yoga mat. Walk your feet back toward your hips. Then lift the hips up. Take the blocks out from underneath you and come down. So now that Setu Bandha Asana with props. So you're supposed to be able to do that without the props. No, it's called Setu Bandha Asana. It's called building a bridge, but it's a bit of a process, because what you have to do is first you have to do that idea of this actually comes first, kind of coming onto the top of your head and doing that. Then you lift your hips and walk your feet forward and kind of balance on the crown of your head and your toes. It's really super hard. You have to have an immense amount of core strength, but it's nice to experience it with the blocks, right? Like that's the energetic you want to experience with it. And it does do this amazing psoas opener. Now, place the hands next to the head, elbows toward the ceiling, fingers toward the shoulders. On the inhale, lift up into upward bow, Urdhva Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Bring the chin to the chest and come down. But when you go into upward bow, you can see how that Setu Bandha Asana is really preparing the front of the body to do this big arc, right? When yoga asana is placed well in the vinyasa, you do start to see the progression in the sadhana through each asana, that you're going somewhere, right? Place the hands next to the head, elbows toward the ceiling. On the inhale, lift up. Exhale, 1. Inhale, good. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Bring the chin to the chest and come down. But when yoga asana is not placed in a vinyasa, remember, V means sequence, vinyasa means to place with consciousness or awareness, then sometimes it just feels messy, because there isn't that conscious identification with sadhana. Place the hands next to the head, of being on a path. On the inhale, lift up. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Bring the chin to the chest and come down. The upper, the middle of the lower back. Good. Good. Bring the knees into the chest. Give the knees a little hug. So when we think, when we talk about sadhana and being on a path, that would suggest certain things. It would suggest, one, if you're walking a path, there's grounding. That there is a baseline. That there are strides to move forward on the path. And there's a certain amount of directional movement on a path. Sally and I have talked about like how that people in Jersey City get on the bike path and they go the wrong direction. Sally rides bikes, and that's when you don't understand the path, when you go in the wrong direction of the path. Bring the knees over to the left, extend the right arm out. A yoga sadhana would imply that the energetic direction on the path is always forward and upward. I watched this old Elizabeth Taylor movie last night. Boom. Have you ever seen Boom? Noel Coward's in it. And it was written by Tennessee Williams. It was probably not one of his best works. Poor guy. But there is this moment where Elizabeth Taylor in this like outrageous outfit is talking about like always being in the moment, and the fact that like she's on the terrace and if she walks to the other side of the terrace, that's the past. She's in the moment, and being in the moment, it's worth watching because it is kind of like the idea of what happens when we talk about the moment, being in the moment, and it becomes ridiculous. Bring the knees in the chest and come back to the other side. And how that somebody can get a little bit of this esoteric knowledge and then like turn it into kind of the theater of the absurd. But in a path and being on a sadhana would imply that you're always in the moment and that there is no attachment to what's coming ahead of you or behind you. You're only observing what's in that present moment, and by the time you observe what you're experiencing, the moment has passed and you're in a new moment. The time keeps moving, no matter what. Bring the knees into the chest, give the knees a little hug. Little happy baby, open up the knees, hold on to the soles of the feet. And when you kind of realize that you can't hold on or grasp time, then you start to realize you can't grasp or hold on to anything in life. And this is where that idea of non-attachment starts to come from. It's from a concept that like the moment is over and you're in the next moment. And like I said, it's not about apathy. It's not about kind of a not caring. It's about realizing that there's no way you can hold on or grasp anything as long as time is moving forward. I will age. I will go through a process of like all natural things slowly falling apart, right? Decaying. But that is the arc of time. Bring the knees into the chest. Bring the forehead toward the knees. Rock forward, rock back, rock forward and back, rock forward and back. Spin yourself around. Extend the legs out in front of you. Dorsiflex the feet, lift the head and chest. And exhale, fold forward. And the time goes on, my body isn't the same. I'm not the same person I was when I was 25. My mind is not the same, and I can try all I want to keep the body healthy, to keep the mind active, but the aging process is going to happen. And I don't know where that will take me, right? There are plenty of people now with modern science that they want to like know exactly what's going to happen to them. So they get all these DNA tests done, and then they realize that they have all kinds of like genetic markers for terrible diseases and everything. I don't know if it really helps you on that path of life to know all of that. Especially if you don't have the financial means to do anything about it in a healthcare system that isn't going to do it for you because and there's something about like trying to predict the future by doing that, wanting to control what's going to happen on the path. And I don't know if you can really do that, because what if you find out you're 25 years old, you find out you have a genetic marker for Alzheimer's, but you worry about it, but you only live to be 35. Boy, you wasted 15 years like worrying about something that wasn't going to happen, and that if it was going to happen, it was going to happen later in life. So, that idea of trying to control everything, you let go of it. And then I'll lift the head and chest, and exhale, hands by the hips, Dandasana. Incline plank or tabletop, your choice. Take the hands behind you. If you're coming into tabletop, bend the knees, point the toes in incline plank. On the inhale, lift up. Then bring the chin to the chest and come down. And from here, let's set up for either shoulder stand or legs up the wall. Your choice. Also, goddess, if no inversions today. You okay, David? I know. What happened to your hands? If you're in shoulder stand, bring the legs overhead into Halasana, plow seat. Let the toes touch the floor. Clasp the hands together in a fist. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Then bend the knees. Bring the knees alongside the ears. Karnapidasana, ear pressure seat. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. And then place the hands on the floor. And then slowly come down one vertebrae at a time. Letting the hips touch the floor. Extend the legs out in front of you. And from here, if you're in legs up the wall or you are in Supta Baddha Konasana, if you want to experience Matsyasana with us, extend the legs. Press into the elbows, puff up the chest, come under the crown of the head. Fish. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, 10. Press into the elbows. Bring the chin into the chest. And slowly come down. And from here, let's set up for Shavasana, corpse seat. Come lay down on the back. Turn the palms to face upward. Allow the breath now just to breathe the body. You don't have to breathe in any special way. Let the body become heavy. Letting go of Mula Bandha. And close the eyes. Shavasana, corpse seat. Gently start to deepen the breath. And as you deepen the breath, make small movements with the fingers and the toes. Stretch the arms overhead and stretch the arms and legs in opposite directions. Stretch the right side more than the left side. And stretch the left side more than the right. And stretch both sides. And bend the knees into the chest. Give the knees a little bit of a hug. And then slowly roll over to the right. And as you roll over to the right, just stay there in a fetal position for a second. And pressing the left palm into the floor in front of you, slowly lift the torso up and come up to a seated position. You can sit on a block or a blanket. And once you have established that seat, commit to it. Find stillness. Allow the breath to deepen. You don't have to re-employ Ujjayi Pranayama, but be consciously aware of the breath. Watch the inhales enter the body. Watch the exhales leave the body. And close the eyes, drawing the senses inward and focusing the mind to help you focus. As you inhale, silently chant so. And as you exhale, silently chant to yourself hum. Inhale so. Exhale hum. Inhaling I. Exhaling am. Inhaling deeply, exhaling everything out. Inhale for the sound of Om. 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 Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bringing the hands together in undulating mudra, bowing the head slightly. Shanti, 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 peace, peace, peace. May there be peace within myself, peace with those around me, but most of all, universal peace. Thank you all so much. Have a beautiful rest of the day. Enjoy the rain. Yeah, enjoy the rain. You could live in Arizona. Or take a hot bath. Yeah. Go home, take a nice hot bath. Oh, yeah? Yeah. Yeah. It'll take over everything. Yeah. Did you get a pumpkin out of it? Yeah. 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 The pumpkins are kind of incredible. And you can eat the leaves. Yeah. It's there in Africa they cook it to a stew. And it's good. It's kind of nutty, but you have to work with it in that you have to strip the veins out of it and the pumpkin has a little kind of thorny things on its back leaves, so you have to get the thorn. It's a little bit of a work. I did it one year and I was like, yeah, this is a lot of work for me. Yeah, but because I grow a lot of I forgot to I'll bring photos because one of the things I grow a lot of is like green stuff. I collards. I grow collards and turnip greens and I know. So I did grow pumpkins one year to like do the leaves and kind of. I had this recipe and I was like, oh, way out there for the middle of June, that's for sure. Average high temperatures are pretty close to 80 at this point, so we're going to be a good 15 degrees below the average this afternoon. Just kind of a damp, dreary Father's Day, a little bit of rain and drizzle
at times, not going to amount to a whole lot. Still kind of damp, drizzly tonight, down to 59. Mostly cloudy tomorrow, still some drip pressure in the morning. High 69, we're wait for a little bit of sun as we head into Tuesday up in the low 70s. Wednesday, maybe a thunder shower early on, clouds wait for some sun. One more up in the 80s. Maybe water Tuesday highs in the upper 80s to near 90. Right now, so far, 60 with clouds. We go up to 65 in mid-temp. To other meteorologist John Fearock on New York's weather station, 1010 winds on 92.3.
Three crashes on a brutal Saturday on the roads. At least two people dead, one person in critical condition. First, a 26-year-old man on a gas-powered moped is fighting for his life. He was hit by a garbage truck in Brooklyn. Happened Saturday morning, Bushwick Avenue, Flushing Avenue, East Williamsburg. Two men on an electric bike slammed into an oil truck in the Bronx. 22-year-old man who was the passenger on the bike died at the intersection of Southern Boulevard and Bruckner Boulevard. And just a tragic incident in Queens. A 70-year-old man died after he was hit by the Q52 bus. He was seated on his walker, one of those walkers that can double as both a mobility device and then also a seat as well. Apparently, the bus was pulling in. The man stood up from the walker, stumbled forward into the path of the bus, and he was hit. That happened near Hoffman Drive and Woodhaven Boulevard in Elmhurst. Authorities now warning about a drug that is 100 times stronger than fentanyl. It's called carfentanil. Just a tiny bit can kill you.
Literally a speck of dust that can fit on the tip of a pencil.
Brian Mulcahy, assistant special agent with the DEA in Columbus, Ohio, says drug dealers are hiding carfentanil in pills that look like oxycodone or Adderall.
These drugs are more deadly than we've ever seen in the history of the drug trade.
Mulcahy wants people to remember 4 words. One pill can kill.
No young person should have to lose their life for these days.
Correspondent Michael Wallace there. We're going to need a new bicycle seat maybe after this. The annual World Naked Bike Ride took place on Saturday. Didn't happen here, thankfully. There was no naked bike ride in the city. This is London. It was all about being as bare as you dare. The 21st time this was held in London. The World Naked Bike Ride, billed as a peaceful protest against car culture and oil dependencies. There were some cities in the U.S. taking part. New Orleans hosted their own version of the ride this weekend. L.A., Los Angeles, they're hosting a ride later this month. It does not look like New York has one lined up. Got some entertainment news coming up for you in just a bit. Tell you about 2 Hollywood actors sort of mixed with one another over filming of a TV show. That story next.
I love that you're home from college. I've missed you.
Still taking your Nature Made vitamins?
Every day. A multivitamin and a probiotic. You better be taking yours.
Still looking out for you, Mom.
Oh, there's the dog. They take care for you every day. Nature Made, the #1 pharmacist-recommended vitamin and supplement brand. Find us in the vitamin aisle, based on a survey of pharmacists who recommend branded vitamins and supplements.
I think people like me didn't get addicted to drugs. That's like saying people like me don't get sick. Just like anyone can get sick. Anyone can struggle with addiction. And when you're struggling, there's no shame in getting help. I'm over the shame. I know who I am. I'm recovering from me.
Call 844-REACH-NJ. Talk to a counselor for confidential addiction help and see if you're eligible for no-cost treatment. 844-REACH-NJ from the New Jersey Department of Human Services.
Here's a harsh fact. 40% of women and almost 20% of men suffer from varicose or spider veins. And if you think this is just a cosmetic problem, think again. Varicose or spider veins, if left untreated, can lead to swollen or discolored legs, cramping, the inability to stand or walk, neuropathy, and even worse, blood clots, which can travel to other parts of your body. But here's the good news. Advanced Medical Vein Treatment Centers offers plans that treat and cure the condition, not just cover up. Grab your phone, take down this number, and call 800-809-7989. That's 800-809-7989. When you call, you'll get free information. Free information on how you can live your life to the fullest again. Walk, exercise, sleep well. Your vein problems will not go away on their own, and in time can lead to major health issues. Call Advanced Medical Vein today for free information on fast and easy solutions that are covered by most insurance plans, Medicare included. Call 800-809-7989. That's 800-809-7989 today. Tintin Wins Entertainment, Kristen Bell and Dax Shepard, husband and wife, huge fans of the Apple TV show Succession. Their good friend Adam Scott stars in that show, and they were talking tease him about how long it was taking to make new episodes.
You guys called
while we were in the midst of shooting season 2 and just said, like, hey, just curious, are you guys shooting this 1 minute per week?
What
Are
you
you
shoot?
like what kind of camera? Why is it taking so
Give us the show.
yeah, Scott and Bell appeared together in an interview on Variety's Actors on Actors series. Very good weekend at the box office for How to Train Your Dragon.
You watch everything. Your father, your tribe, your best friend. What are you going to do about it?
Probably something stupid.
Well, you've already done that.
And so to see it, just sort of it's a dust.
Dust?
Stick with me.
You ready?
Live-action remake of the DreamWorks movie roared to an $83 million opening in the U.S., $200 million worldwide. Lilo and Stitch dropping from number 1 to number 2, $14 million, and the new romantic drama Materialists hit in third with $11 million. Entertainment on 1010 Wins is sponsored by Children in Health, New York's injury lawyers.
This is HurtNY.com.
That's HurtNY.com. Scott Stanford here with my good friend Michael Barish of Barish and McGarry. They are the lawyers for the 9/11 community. Michael, we're always reporting about how the World Trade Center health program is getting cut. What is Barish and McGarry doing for the responders and the civilians?
We are fighting because this is personal to us. We've been down to Washington many times that they owe an obligation to the 9/11 community to provide full funding.
If you had to give me one word to describe Barish and McGarry and the 9/11 community, what would it be?
Personal, because so many people in my office have lost loved ones. So many people have cancer. I'm a cancer survivor from 9/11. We take this so personally, which is why we're fighting to correct this injustice.
Michael, what can our listeners do to help you fight to get the full funding for that health program?
Contact us and join the fight. We'll tell you exactly what you can do to help.
Again, just contact Barish and McGarry at 911awards.com. That's 911awards with an S.com. Barish and McGarry, they are the lawyers for the 9/11 community. Are you still listening to us on AM? Come on, that's like using a rotary phone in a smartphone world. Make the switch to All News 92.3 FM. Your ears will thank you. The News Watch never stops. This is 1010 Wins by 92.3 FM. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world. Good morning, 60 degrees at 11:40. I'm Brian Britton. Here's what's happening. 2 cops recovering. They're in the hospital after a rough car crash in Brooklyn. Thousands took to the streets yesterday in New York and around the country for the No Kings protests as the Trump military parade rolled through D.C. on his birthday. The manhunt continues in Minnesota for the man who went to the homes and shot and killed a state lawmaker and her husband and shot a state senator and his wife. Podcaster Joe Rogan, longtime Trump supporter, breaking with the president on immigration. You don't take parents and kids and separate them. He says if you are a MAGA immigration extremist, he doesn't want you on his team. And on this Father's Day, our Glenn Schuck gets musical with songs about dad. Sports, Mets and Yankees lose, Liberty lose to Indiana. It was Caitlin Clark's return from injury. First loss for the season for the Liberty. AccuWeather, cloudy, spotty rain drizzle. We're not there yet. Going to reach a high of only 65. Winds news on 11:41. Traffic and transit. Here is Andre Farrell.
And back to the FDR, we're still working on a crash right around Grand Street as you head southbound, approaching the Manhattan Bridge. That's taking a while to get out of there. If you're using the eastbound side of the LIE in Queens, Woodhaven Boulevard to 108th Street, past the fairgrounds, budget in that time there. But then it's going to get slow again as you pass the Clearview on the eastbound LIE to the long-term roadway. Same deal with the eastbound Grand Central Parkway slow from Franny Lou all the way to the Nassau border. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. Well, the inbound George Washington Bridge is 25 minutes. Outbound is about 4.